Hi guys, this is video 3 for perimeter and area of 2D shapes. So you can rule off after the last work that I gave you yesterday, and you can write the dates and the heading. Today's heading is equations involving perimeter and area. Alright, so in this video I'm going to teach you how to use the area to work backwards in the formula to calculate, say for example, the height or the breadth or the length. Okay, so here's a really typical example, also quite an easy example. Okay, so it says the area of a rectangle is 200 centimeters squared. Its length is 50. Determine the breadth. Okay, so all I'm going to do is I'm going to write down the area formula because they gave me the area. Then I'm going to substitute what they've given me. So they've given me the area and the length, which I can substitute in. Now I need to find the breadth. Okay, so I need to get the breadth alone. So I'm going to take 50 over. It was being multiplied. Now I'm going to divide. So 200 divided by 50. So my breadth is equal to 4 centimeters. Okay, let's do something a little bit more tricky. Okay, so you can write down the subheading, exercise 14.3, write down number 1, and please will you copy down this example. So you can pause the video now, copy it down, and then we can carry on. Alright, so in this example, what they've given me is they've given me the area. They've said the area of trapezium ABCD is 4 times the area of the rectangle. Okay, so that links these two. Okay, so their areas are linked. How are they linked? Well, if I take the area of the rectangle and times it by 4, it's going to give me the area of the trapezium. They want me to calculate the sum of the lengths of sides AB and DC. Okay, so I don't need to calculate what AB is and what DC is. I need to calculate the sum of the lengths together. Okay, and you can actually work that out because in a trapezium, the formula includes that. Okay, so I'll show you what I mean by that. Okay, so let's take a look at what we know. We know that the area of a rectangle is equal to length times breadth. We know that the area of a trapezium is equal to half of the height times the sum of those two lengths. Okay, so there's that thing that we're trying to work out. We also know that the area of the trapezium is equal to 4 times the area of the rectangle. Okay, so where do you want to start? Do you want to start in the trapezium or the rectangle? Okay, I would say the rectangle because the rectangle has more information. I can calculate the area of the rectangle. Okay, so area of a rectangle is length times breadth. So I'm going to say 4 times 3, which will give me 12. Okay, now that I've got the rectangle's area, I can work out the area of a trapezium using this blue part here. Okay, so if the area of a trapezium, the trapezium they've given me, is 4 times the area of the rectangle, I'm just going to say 4 times 12, and I'm going to get 48 centimeters squared. Okay, so now I know what the area of the trapezium is. Okay, so let's just have a look at what we've got in the trapezium now. Okay, we've got the area, which we've just worked out. We've got the height, which is 6. And then we're still looking for this part here. Okay, so if I write down my formula, that's what I'm trying to work out. I can substitute the area of a trapezium. My height, I can see there is equal to 6 centimeters, so I'm going to substitute that in. And then that's the part I'm looking for. So I'm just going to bring that part down. Alright, then I need to start simplifying the formula. So I'm going to simplify this part here. So half of 6, that's going to give me 3. And then I'm saying 3 times this part that I'm trying to work out. Okay, so because I'm saying 3 times that part, I'm going to have to divide by 3 on the other side. So 48 divided by 3 will give me AB plus DC. So I know that AB plus DC is equal to 16. Okay, it should have said 16 centimeters. Alright, so that's how you work backwards to work out what they're asking for. Let's do another example of this. Alright, so once you've copied down this, you can move on to the next slide, so you can just pause the video and take this down. Alright, please copy down number 2. It says, if the area of triangle ABC is 54 centimeters squared, determine the perimeter of the triangle. Okay, so if I tried to calculate the perimeter without like any other information, I obviously wouldn't have enough information, right? Because I've only got one side. I don't have the height, I don't have the hypotenuse, I don't have anything. Okay, so what do I know? I know that the area of a triangle is equal to half of the base times height, and they've given me the area as 54 centimeters squared. Okay, so I can fill in 54 here. Right, I know that AC is the height of the triangle. And what else do I know? I know that the perimeter is equal to side 1 plus side 2 plus side 3. If you wanted to label them, that's what it would look like. And I know that BC I've got, which is 18, and AC is my height. And then AB I still don't know, but I do know that that's my hypotenuse. Okay, so I would say start working in this formula here. Okay, your area formula. So in order to calculate the height, I would use my area formula. Okay, so if I say area of a triangle is a half base times height, my area I know is 54, my base I know is 18, so I can fill those in. So a half of 18, that gives me 9. And then I would just divide through by 9 to get h, or height, by itself. So I know that my height is equal to 6 centimeters. Alright, now I need to calculate my perimeter. Okay, so my perimeter, which I've said here, is equal to AB plus 18, which I've got, plus my height. So I can substitute my height now as 6, because I've worked that out. Right, then I still need to work out what AB is. Okay, so I'm calculating this length here. How do I work that out? Right, I use Pythag, because AB is a hypotenuse, it's opposite my right angle. So I can say AB squared is equal to 18 squared plus 6 squared, Pythag. Okay, so if I work that out, I'm going to get 324 plus 36, which will give me 360. And then I would square root. So the square root of 360 is 18,97. So now that I've got AB, I can go and substitute it into this formula here. So I'm going to say 18,97 plus my base plus my height, which will be all the 3 sides, and I can calculate the final perimeter of my triangle. Okay, so that was 3 examples. For homework, I would like you to do this revision exercise, and this will be the final thing we do in this section. Okay, so these are the only ones I want you to do of the section, so 1B, 2B, 3, 6, and 8. Alright, if there's any questions, just remember to ask, and we're all available to help you.